Hey guys, welcome back to YKB, Why Keep the Box Collecting, where we immediately destroy the value of our figures and free them from the plastic and cardboard prisons. I got you the icon of the game, the main lady herself, Chun-Li. Let's take her to the table. All right, so we got Chun-Li standing over here in one of the best boxes ever. I absolutely love Jada's boxes. I know here at the YKB, I almost always say I don't care about boxes, but when it comes to Jada, and especially Jada Street Fighter, I absolutely love their boxes. I love the old arcade look. Like, maybe some of y'all who didn't have arcades when you grew up because y'all grew up in, past the 2000s, they were amazing, they were fun, and this harkens back to that. When I was a kid, arcades were kind of dying, but you still can go in there and play some great games. But that's besides the point. I love this box, but it's still YKB. Why keep the box? So let's get to the important part of this review. Chun-Li. Here's her in her packaging. There we go. There we go with the powerful princess. Let's get a little bit close. And she looks absolutely amazing. Let's get even closer just so we can see that great Jada work. Those stripes on her clothes are pretty good looking. This cloth goods, which is not really cloth, is the plastic, but it moves out of the way like it is. They even put in the underwear. That's absolutely amazing. For anytime she does her high kicks, you get to take a peek. It's there. Oh, and there goes the cat. Her buns look amazing. Just this figure looks amazing, amazing, amazing. And I'm going to say it over and over again because just amazing. Let's go look at the accessories. All right, first off, we have our yelling head. Looks good. Looks amazing. My favorite word. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Got the stand. Don't forget its peg. And it's in there for her tri-kick. Just in case you can't see it. There it is. Am I going to use that word again? No. I'll just say this one looks cool. And her hands for her karate poses. She doesn't come with that much. A lot of other Street Fighters came with a lot more than her. But then again, she is, one of the first couple ones. So, they did have a different standard back then. But still looks good. Let's get them on. Let's get our accessories on her. All right. Let's replace the head. We can get our yelling head on. We can replace the arms. This is a floating piece. Absolutely love that. No, she doesn't have any butterfly joints. That's a little bit sad, but oh well. There you go. There's her kicks. You can stick them in each one so it works. There's her karate hands with her yelling head. So there you go. It looks good. Looks fine. It works. Alrighty. Let's do our articulation. Can I do a T-pose? Almost. It's close enough to call it, but it very much is a little bit under a T. Arm moves all the way around. She has bicep swivel, which is hidden under her little arm blouse thing. I don't know what you would call that. Her poof shoulders, which I like it under this because then it doesn't break up that, which is fine. Double jointed, but her little thing does get in the way. But it moves far enough out. This spins because it's not attached, which I absolutely love that it's a floating piece. Wrist moves standard. Wrist moves fine. Top ball joint works well. Bottom ball joint works well. That crunches in that far. It goes back that far. The head really does get a little bit hindered because if you can see there, it really just has the point that goes down, and the top is the ball. So it doesn't get as much articulation as the other figures, but it still does. Her legs, full split, and if she couldn't do a full split, you know for a fact there would be problems. But it does get the split, so she can do all her crazy kicks. There's her thigh swivel, and yes, the thigh is there. You know, if they did not make this a chunky thigh, people would be upset because it is Chun-Li, and that's one of her best features. Um, Double jointed. Does she kick her butt? She cannot kick her butt. It's a little bit sad, but then again, it's massive, so it does get in the way. Boot swivel. It gets hindered by the boot a little bit. This front piece. I guess you can technically do it, but it is a little stiff. So, you know. Standard ankle rocker. Works. Articulation is amazing. You know. Definitely puts Hasbro to shame. I absolutely love this figure. Just amazing. Paint job's good. Articulation's good. Only thing that would make this better is butterfly, but it would ruin the sculpt a little bit. But still. And, you know, she has the shape she needs to. And I'm really shocked that they gave her the underwear. I'm very shocked. I thought it would just be the whole whatever suit thing, but, you know, Jada doesn't miss with the details. Let's see how tall she is. She is a little bit under 6 inches, about 5 inches and 3/4. So, you know, pretty close to standard woman size. She's about 2 inches from side to side. And then some people would want to know her thighs are about 3/4 of an inch. So, absolutely works. Pretty standard for, you know, most 6-inch figure lines, at least for women. All right, here is some Street Fighter figures just to kind of get the scale. We have Dawson for the standard man. Obviously, Chun-Li is kind of the standard female. And then we got our big characters, Sagat over here. So, it's kind of how she's going to scale with figures in her line. I think it looks absolutely amazing. Scales pretty well. All right, since we're done with that, let's go and scale her with some other figures that are not from her line. Like NECA Turtle and McFarlane's Spawn. Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe Classified Series, Star Wars Black Series, and Jack Specific Simpsons, Loyal Subjects Aang, and SH Figure Arts Naruto. For the most part, I think the heights are pretty good. She looks like the standard adult female size, which absolutely works with just about everything. Jada does a pretty good job scaling their figures with others. So, no complaints here. What else can I say about Chun-Li over here? Besides, I absolutely love her. This figure is absolutely amazing. And Jada does an absolutely amazing job with these figures. Like, articulation's on point, details on point. It's like, what can you complain about this line? You can't really complain. The real complaint is, are you going to get Jada or are you going to get, what is it, Street Collectibles or whatever the other brand is? Storm Collectibles. Really is just such an amazing line that, you know, it makes its competitors afraid. And this is a great looking figure. But for more reviews like this, come back to the YKB. Like, share, subscribe, and I'm out. This is an amazing looking figure.